It's a lot of stupid people on the internet. A lot of idiots in NBA Twitter and NBA social media in general. X, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you want to name. Because I'm seeing so many people still saying that the Lamelo Ball trade to the Timberwolves was a bad trade, that the Wolves got fleeced. I'm scrolling on Twitter and I see this dumb shit. People around the NBA almost unanimously agree that the Charlotte Hornets won the Lamelo Ball trade. Are people this big of idiots? Are advanced analytics really taking over people's brains this much to not understand when they see a basketball fit comes together? You see LaMelo Ball's stats and turnovers and the efficiency numbers and you think, oh, he's not a good basketball player. Maybe he was just in a dog shit situation. How about that? How about that for your analytics? Analytics can't measure that. The Charlotte Hornets gave up a superstar player and got back a poo-poo platter of role players and pick swaps and a couple picks. And the pick swaps are going to be ass because pick swaps means you get the worst pick out of the other team and your team's pick. Charlotte, you're going to be ass. Your team is going to be worse than the Minnesota Timberwolves. So all those pick swaps means nothing. You're going to keep your own pick. You got nothing for an NBA superstar. Niggas want to talk about, oh, LaMelo Ball, he's not a good guy. So? Oh, LaMelo Ball, he's immature. He's too childish. So? Oh, LaMelo Ball doesn't play winning basketball. Fuck all that. You put a talented player in a winning situation in a structured environment. Even if they're a little wild, they can still get their shit together. Imagine if you was LaMelo. He was playing on a bum-ass Hornets team that he knew he couldn't win with. They firing coaches left and right. They drafting ass players, and they're historically ass-losing franchise. But through all of that, you couldn't deny his skill. You couldn't deny his talent. Take a player like Jordan Poole, for example. He's still the same wild-ass boy that he is now, taking all the crazy shots, all the antics, all the celebrations, but he was still able to contribute to a winning situation. He's still a wild, crazy boy. He's still a YN, what everybody want to call him. The guy who, sees the baddies on the sideline and start turning up. He was still that guy with the Warriors, and he contributed to a winning situation. But now he's on the Pelicans, and he's doing all the same shit, all the same bullshit, all the same antics. It looks like he's a player that you can't win with. When we saw him win a finals championship with the Warriors, averaging 20 in some series, but he can't contribute to a winning situation, it's because of the situation that he's in with losers and a loser-ass franchise. LaMelo is going to be the same way. We saw when they put a structured environment around him, a good coach, they brought in Knippel, they brought in Brandon Miller, now he has talent to play with. In the last half of the season, he looked great. They was playing winning basketball. You put him in a good situation, he's going to play winning basketball. And that's what's going to happen with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota is finally building a real NBA contender. This was the perfect trade for Anthony Edwards and his development into the next tier of superstar. They needed an elite ball handler and a playmaker who could score and facilitate and take some of the load off of Anthony Edwards. LaMelo is a 6'7", big body point guard that's a walking top 10 offense every time he steps on the floor. Look at his track record. Look at all the advanced analytics that people love so much. Top 10 offense every time he's on the court. I don't get why people are acting like this is a bad trade for the Timberwolves. This is just what the doctor ordered. They only had to give up Naz Reid, who is a unanimous role player, never been a starter, nothing, not a superstar, not close to LaMelo, and a lot of picks that aren't going to be good because the Timberwolves are going to be whooping the ass. We should have knew a big shakeup in this team identity was coming when they gave up Julius Randle for 3 cigarettes and a box of Slim Jims. The team was only built to beat mid-ass teams like the Lakers and the Nuggets and the Rockets. The teams who can't match their size and their athleticism. That's why they've been spanking the Nuggets the past couple seasons. Jokic, he a good player, yes, but the nigga can't jump over a credit card. And yeah, Jamal Murray can play offense, but the nigga can't guard a parked car with a Uzi if his life depended on it. The Lakers' best players, Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves, they can't keep up athletically either. LeBron a little bit here and there, but he can't do it 48 minutes. Luka and Austin Reeves don't have a chance in hell. The last time Ant-Man and the Wolves played the Lakers, gentleman sweep. Luka looked like he was tired as shit. That boy on the sideline with heat packs everywhere, trying to get right for their game. But the Wolves was never going to be able to compete with the top cream of the crop teams in the West. The Spurs? Hell fuck no. OKC? Hell fuck no. Especially not with the team that they had. They was a defensively slanted team. OKC and the Spurs have offensive players who can play defense too. They're two-way players who are young and athletic. Dylan Harpers and the Chet Holmgrens and the Jalen Williams and the Stephon Castles and the De'Aaron Fox. Those are athletic players who can also play defense. The Minnesota Timberwolves only had one-sided players. Either they play all offense or they play all defense. Dante DiVincenzo, all offense. Mike Conley, all offense. Naz Reid, all offense. Rudy Gobert, all defense. Jaden McDaniels, all defense. The only two-way player on the team is Anthony Edwards. So he needed help. Yes, they was great on defense. Yes, always. They're always going to be great in the playoffs on defense. But everything they did on offense was so hard in the half court. Ant-Man was consistently getting blitzed every single time he passed the half court line in the playoffs. How are you going to win like that when he's the only creator for you? So he was relying on Julius Randle, big goofy ass, catching the ball out of the short roll after they blitz him and making decisions in the middle of the floor. Every game it was like clockwork. Anthony Edwards get doubled. He passes it in the short roll to Julius Randle or Naz Reid, and they have to decide whether to throw a lob to Rudy Gobert, make a skip pass to the corner for a three, Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels, a brick, or decide to get a bucket on their own. Neither one of them guys are good passers or decision makers, and both of them are inefficient one-on-one scorers. How are you going to win like that? Lamelo Ball is going to allow Anthony Edwards to play more of his natural position, natural scorer, natural shooting guard. Instead of him being responsible for getting everybody involved and running the offense, Ant-Man's going to be putting up multiple 40, 50, and maybe 60-point games. He's going to have the easiest year of his career this year. The fast break transition game with Lamelo Ball and Anthony Edwards is going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. All the kids are going to love it. Every fan is going to love it. We're going to get high-flying, lob dunk catching, body catching Anthony Edwards back this year. Instead of the Anthony Edwards we've been having the last 2 years who just spam pull-up threes. Now that they're on the same team and not separate teams trying to carry the load, carry the offense on separate teams, they're going to unlock both of each other's potential. Anthony Edwards been one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters in the NBA. He's still one of the most athletic players in the NBA. And you got that with LaMelo Ball and his vision and his IQ and his passing ability. They're going to fucking light the West on fire. I feel bad for all the teams in the West because the West is so much better than the East. It's a dogfight just to get out of the West, and then you got a team coming out of the East playing cupcakes. The West is going to be a movie this year. And the last thing is, Anthony Edwards, they had to do something. Anthony Edwards is coming to that time where he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. The Timberwolves had to show him that they were serious about building a contender around him. Because the Atlanta Hawks, they're ready in prime. They're ready to go. That's his hometown team. And if the Timberwolves doesn't get their shit together, he can walk into that team right now and make them the best team in the East. Free agent, just walk into that team. Get rid of Dyson Daniels, get rid of fucking CJ McCollum, put Anthony Edwards right there, and now they're a finals contender. So the Wolves had to do something. And LaMelo Ball is the something that was perfect. Long as both of these guys stay healthy, they will be a top 10 offense. They're still going to be a top 10 defense because they still have Rudy Gobert. They still have Jaden McDaniels. So they still have their defensive specialist players. So they're going to be good. And LaMelo is a big guy. It ain't like he a Jalen Brunson or a Steph Curry or a fucking Isaiah Thomas who's so small that they can't play defense. LaMelo in the right system, he'll play defense too. LaMelo with Anthony Edwards challenging him every day. Anthony Edwards not scared to tell him, hey man, you need to play some fucking defense. We play defense over here. LaMelo is in the perfect situation. The Timberwolves are in the perfect situation to probably be a top 3 seed in the East. Long as them guys stay healthy, I'm giving them top 3 seed in the East, and they could go to the finals. Now they have enough offensive firepower where you can't just double Anthony Edwards every time down with Stephon Castle and goddamn Dylan Harper. And you can't just double him with Cason Wallace and Shea and all these guys and Lou Dort. You can't double them no more. You have to deal with both of them. Now let's see who you double. Because LaMelo, when he catches the ball from Anthony Edwards out of a double, he's throwing a lob, a perfect lob to Rudy. Rudy never seen lobs this clean. We're going to see, man. But you guys tell me what you think. Do you think that the LaMelo Ball trade to the Wolves was a bad trade, or you think it was a good trade? Tell me down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.